In Daniel Goleman's influential book, Emotional Intelligence, he outlines 5 essential components that contribute to emotional intelligence, EI. These components, self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills, are interconnected and form the foundation for personal growth, effective leadership, and emotional well-being. Let's delve deeper into each of these components and explore how they play a critical role in shaping human behavior and interactions. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. It refers to the ability to recognize and understand one's own emotions and how they affect thoughts, behavior, and decision-making. A self-aware individual can objectively assess their emotional state, recognize patterns in their emotional responses, and gain insight into the underlying causes of their feelings. This awareness fosters clarity and self-reflection, leading to more authentic personal growth and healthier relationships. For example, an emotionally self-aware leader may notice when stress is clouding their judgment and take proactive steps to address it, ensuring decisions are made thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Self-regulation is the ability to manage and control one's emotional reactions in the face of challenges, setbacks, or provocative situations. It is about maintaining composure, exercising patience, and responding to emotions in a controlled and constructive manner. A person who excels in self-regulation is less likely to be driven by impulsive reactions, making them better equipped to navigate difficult situations. This trait is particularly significant in high-pressure environments, where leaders and individuals must remain calm, think critically, and avoid reacting with anger or frustration. Self-regulation also supports consistency in behavior, as it enables individuals to align their actions with their core values rather than acting based on fleeting emotions. Motivation within the context of emotional intelligence refers to the inner drive to pursue goals with energy, persistence, and enthusiasm. It involves not only having clear objectives but also maintaining a positive mindset and a deep commitment to achieving those goals, even in the face of adversity. Motivated individuals are generally more optimistic and resilient, focusing on long-term rewards rather than immediate gratification. Their passion and determination often inspire others, making them natural leaders who foster a sense of purpose and accountability within teams. Motivation is also closely tied to intrinsic factors such as personal values and a sense of purpose, ensuring that actions align with one's broader vision for personal or professional fulfillment. Empathy is the ability to recognize and understand the emotions of others, to perceive their perspectives, and to respond with compassion and consideration. Unlike sympathy, which involves feeling pity for someone, empathy allows individuals to connect on a deeper emotional level. It plays a critical role in building trust and strong interpersonal relationships. In leadership, empathy is indispensable as it helps leaders tune into the needs, concerns, and motivations of their team members, creating an environment where people feel heard and valued. Empathy extends beyond simply understanding others' emotions. It also involves taking action to support them in meaningful ways. For instance, a leader who notices a team member struggling with burnout might offer assistance or adjust workloads to alleviate stress, fostering a supportive work culture. Social skills encompass a broad range of abilities that facilitate effective communication, collaboration, and conflict resolution. At the heart of social skills is the ability to build strong, positive relationships. This includes skills such as active listening, negotiation, persuasion, and the ability to manage conflicts constructively. People with strong social skills are adept at managing group dynamics, influencing others, and creating environments of cooperation and mutual respect. In the workplace, these individuals are often seen as natural collaborators who know how to motivate and unite teams. They also play a crucial role in managing difficult conversations or disagreements, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. Together, these 5 components create a comprehensive framework for emotional intelligence, each one building on the other to enhance overall emotional competency. When cultivated, emotional intelligence empowers individuals to make more thoughtful decisions, engage meaningfully with others, and navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. Whether in personal relationships, leadership roles, or everyday interactions, mastering these elements can lead to greater fulfillment and success. In Emotional Intelligence, Daniel Goleman dives into the fascinating world of neuroscience, exploring the intricate relationship between the brain's emotional and rational centers. He explains how emotional intelligence is not just an abstract concept but a biological process rooted in our brain's structure and functioning. Understanding this science offers valuable insights into how emotions influence behavior, decision-making, relationships, and overall mental well-being. The brain's emotional and rational centers. The brain is a complex network, with distinct areas responsible for processing emotions and rational thoughts. At the core of emotional intelligence is the interplay between the amygdala, the brain's emotional center, and the prefrontal cortex, responsible for higher cognitive functions, such as reasoning and decision-making. The amygdala reacts quickly to emotional stimuli, triggering an immediate emotional response, often before the conscious mind has had a chance to process the situation. This rapid reaction can sometimes result in impulsive actions or reactions driven by fear, anger, or anxiety. In contrast, the prefrontal cortex enables us to pause, reflect, and apply logical reasoning, helping to moderate or control the emotional impulses initiated by the amygdala. The challenge, as Goleman highlights, is how these two centers interact. Emotional intelligence involves the capacity to manage this interaction effectively, allowing individuals to harness the power of their emotions without being overwhelmed by them. A well-regulated emotional response requires an individual to activate the prefrontal cortex and engage in higher-order thinking before reacting to emotional stimuli, essentially bringing balance between reason and emotion. The role of the amygdala. The amygdala plays a central role in emotional intelligence, particularly in the way it triggers the body's fight-or-flight response. This primitive part of the brain is responsible for detecting threats and rapidly sending signals to the body to prepare for action. In moments of stress or danger, the amygdala works almost instantaneously to activate physiological responses, such as increased heart rate, shallow breathing, and heightened awareness. However, when the amygdala is overactive or overly sensitive, it can lead to heightened emotional responses that are disproportionate to the situation, such as intense anger, fear, or anxiety. This is where emotional intelligence becomes crucial. The ability to recognize and manage emotional triggers is key to preventing the amygdala from taking over our responses. By developing self-awareness, individuals can learn to identify when their amygdala is activating and take steps to engage the prefrontal cortex, allowing for more thoughtful and controlled responses to emotionally charged situations. In practical terms, this might mean taking a few deep breaths or pausing before reacting in a stressful or conflict-driven scenario. Neuroplasticity and the development of emotional intelligence. One of the most hopeful aspects of Goleman's exploration of emotional intelligence is the concept of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself throughout life. Unlike traditional views that regarded brain function as static after childhood, neuroplasticity reveals that our brains remain adaptable, with the ability to strengthen or weaken neural pathways in response to experience. This means that emotional intelligence is not a fixed trait but can be developed and enhanced over time. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and cognitive behavioral techniques have been shown to promote neuroplasticity in the areas of the brain responsible for emotional regulation and empathy. For example, mindfulness practices help individuals strengthen the connection between the amygdala and prefrontal cortex, improving the brain's ability to respond calmly and rationally in emotionally charged situations. By engaging in such practices consistently, individuals can gradually rewire their emotional responses, leading to more balanced and adaptive behaviors, emotions and decision-making. Goleman's research emphasizes that emotions play a critical role in decision-making. While the prefrontal cortex is responsible for logical reasoning, it's also highly influenced by emotional inputs from the amygdala. Emotions, Goleman argues, are not just disruptions to rational thought, they are essential to making sound decisions. For example, feelings of anxiety can alert us to potential risks, while feelings of happiness and satisfaction can guide us toward choices that align with our values and long-term goals. The key to effective decision-making lies in the balance between emotional and rational processing. High emotional intelligence allows individuals to engage with their emotions in a constructive way, leveraging emotional insights without allowing them to cloud judgment. In contrast, low emotional intelligence can result in impulsive or biased decisions driven by unchecked emotions, which may lead to regrettable outcomes. The impact of stress on emotional intelligence. Chronic stress can have a profound impact on both the brain's emotional and rational centers. Prolonged exposure to stress hormones, such as cortisol, can impair the function of the prefrontal cortex, leading to difficulties in regulating emotions and making sound decisions. This is why high levels of stress often correlate with impulsive behavior, poor judgment, and interpersonal conflicts. Developing emotional intelligence is, in part, about learning to manage stress and prevent it from overwhelming the brain's capacity to function effectively. By adopting stress reduction techniques, such as mindfulness, exercise, and social support, individuals can improve their emotional regulation, enhance their decision-making abilities, and foster better mental health. In the long run, these strategies can help buffer the brain from the harmful effects of chronic stress, leading to a more balanced and resilient emotional life. In summary, understanding the science behind emotional intelligence offers a deeper appreciation for the connection between the brain, emotions, and behavior. Goleman's insights into how the amygdala and prefrontal cortex interact, as well as the concept of neuroplasticity, provide a compelling framework for why and how emotional intelligence can be developed. This knowledge not only sheds light on human behavior but also opens the door to practical methods for enhancing emotional regulation, decision-making, and interpersonal relationships. In Emotional Intelligence, Daniel Goleman explores the profound influence emotional intelligence, EI, has on leadership effectiveness. While traditional leadership models have focused primarily on intellectual skills and technical expertise, Goleman's research reveals that it is the leader's emotional intelligence that often sets apart those who succeed from those who struggle. EI plays a critical role in how leaders manage themselves, engage with their teams, and navigate the complex dynamics of organizational life. Let's delve into how emotional intelligence is crucial in leadership and how it influences key leadership outcomes such as team cohesion, decision-making, conflict resolution, and motivation. Self-awareness in leadership. For leaders, self-awareness is foundational. Leaders who possess a high degree of self-awareness are attuned to their own emotions and how those emotions impact their leadership style. This awareness allows leaders to regulate their responses to stress, setbacks, or challenging situations. By understanding their emotional triggers, a leader can manage their reactions in a way that maintains composure and fosters trust with their team. Self-aware leaders are also more likely to seek constructive feedback and acknowledge their strengths and weaknesses, which fosters an environment of continuous personal growth and accountability. A self-aware leader is able to model transparency and authenticity for their team, creating an atmosphere where openness is encouraged and honesty is valued. When leaders are self-aware, they are more likely to recognize when they are overstressed, frustrated, or overwhelmed, allowing them to take a step back and respond thoughtfully. This ability to stay grounded in challenging circumstances helps maintain team morale and sets a positive tone for the organization. Self-regulation in leadership. Self-regulation, the ability to manage one's emotions and impulses, is especially important in leadership. Leaders who can regulate their emotions under pressure create a calm, stable environment for their teams. When stress or conflict arises, these leaders remain composed and respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively or with frustration. This stability helps maintain confidence within the team and encourages members to focus on solutions rather than being distracted by emotions. Furthermore, self-regulation enables leaders to foster a sense of fairness and consistency. When a leader is able to manage their own emotional responses, they are less likely to make knee-jerk decisions based on anger, fear, or stress. This leads to better, more rational decision-making and creates a more predictable and trustworthy environment for employees. Empathy and leadership. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a cornerstone of emotionally intelligent leadership. Empathetic leaders are able to tune into their team members' emotions, understand their concerns, and respond in ways that make people feel valued and heard. This emotional attunement fosters trust and respect, which are essential for creating a strong, collaborative team dynamic. In addition to improving interpersonal relationships, empathy enhances a leader's capacity to resolve conflicts. When leaders demonstrate empathy, they can address issues with sensitivity and compassion, ensuring that all parties feel understood and respected. Empathetic leaders also have a keen understanding of the personal motivations, challenges, and aspirations of their team members, allowing them to provide more personalized support and guidance. This level of emotional attunement makes it easier to inspire commitment, build team morale, and align team members with the broader goals of the organization. Motivation and visionary leadership. Motivation in leadership goes beyond external rewards such as promotions or bonuses. Emotionally intelligent leaders are intrinsically motivated, driven by passion, purpose, and a clear vision for the future. This internal drive is contagious. It inspires those around them to align with the leader's vision and work toward shared goals. A motivated leader exudes energy and optimism, even in the face of adversity, and is able to instill this same sense of purpose in their team members. Motivated leaders also excel in creating a culture of achievement within their teams. They set high standards and challenge their team members to excel while offering the support and encouragement needed to meet those standards. By focusing on long-term goals and maintaining a positive outlook, emotionally intelligent leaders can help their teams remain motivated, even when faced with setbacks or obstacles. They are able to see challenges as opportunities for growth, and they encourage their teams to adopt this mindset as well. Social skills and relationship management. One of the most important aspects of emotional intelligence in leadership is relationship management, or the ability to build and maintain strong, positive relationships with others. Leaders with strong social skills are effective communicators, able to inspire, influence, and persuade others with ease. They are also skilled at resolving conflicts, fostering collaboration, and building teams that work together harmoniously. These social skills extend to managing both individual and group dynamics within a team. Leaders who are adept at relationship management can create an environment where diverse personalities can coexist and collaborate productively. They know how to navigate and resolve conflicts without escalating tensions, keeping team morale high and maintaining a sense of unity. Additionally, leaders with strong social skills are able to adapt their communication style to suit different individuals, ensuring that everyone on the team feels heard, respected, and understood. Effective relationship management also involves providing feedback in a constructive, positive manner. Leaders who are able to deliver both praise and criticism in a way that encourages growth and learning can motivate their team to continuously improve. This skill is essential for managing performance, maintaining employee satisfaction, and fostering a culture of continuous development. The impact of emotional intelligence on leadership effectiveness. Leaders who possess high emotional intelligence are better equipped to navigate the complexities of leadership. They are able to inspire trust, build strong relationships, and motivate their teams toward achieving shared goals. Emotional intelligence helps leaders create environments where people feel valued, understood, and supported, key elements for driving engagement, performance, and satisfaction. Moreover, emotionally intelligent leaders are more adept at managing conflict, making thoughtful decisions, and maintaining a sense of stability during times of change or crisis. Ultimately, the role of emotional intelligence in leadership is clear. It is not enough for leaders to be intellectually brilliant or technically skilled. They must also be emotionally intelligent to truly connect with and inspire those they lead. As Goleman emphasizes, leadership success is deeply rooted in emotional intelligence, and its impact extends far beyond the leader themselves, influencing the overall culture and performance of the entire organization. In Emotional Intelligence, Daniel Goleman explores the crucial relationship between emotional intelligence, EI, and mental health. At its core, emotional intelligence involves understanding and managing our emotions in a way that positively impacts our mental well-being. Goleman highlights how individuals with higher levels of EI tend to experience better mental health outcomes, particularly in terms of emotional regulation, resilience, and coping with stress. Developing EI can be a powerful tool for preventing and managing conditions like anxiety, depression, and stress-related disorders. Let's delve deeper into how emotional intelligence influences mental health and why its cultivation is essential for psychological well-being. Emotional regulation and mental health. One of the most significant ways that emotional intelligence influences mental health is through emotional regulation, the ability to manage and control one's emotional responses in a healthy, adaptive way. People with high emotional intelligence are better equipped to recognize when they are feeling overwhelmed by negative emotions, such as anger, sadness, or anxiety, and take steps to regulate those emotions before they escalate. For individuals struggling with mental health challenges like anxiety or depression, emotional regulation is a key factor in maintaining emotional stability. By developing the skills to identify and manage emotions effectively, individuals can prevent their emotional states from spiraling out of control, thus reducing the impact of stress, anxiety, or depressive episodes. Techniques such as mindfulness, cognitive reframing, and relaxation exercises, often associated with EI training, can help individuals develop healthier emotional responses to difficult situations, contributing to a greater sense of emotional balance and well-being. Resilience and coping with adversity. Emotional intelligence plays a central role in resilience, the capacity to bounce back from setbacks, adversity, and stress. Resilient individuals are able to cope with life's challenges in a way that minimizes their emotional impact and allows them to recover more quickly. High EI enables individuals to approach adversity with a growth mindset, seeing challenges as opportunities for learning and self-improvement rather than as insurmountable obstacles. For example, someone with high emotional intelligence may experience a setback, whether it's a personal loss, a professional failure, or a health crisis, but instead of becoming overwhelmed or giving up, they are more likely to draw on their emotional awareness and regulation skills to manage their feelings. They might also seek support from others or take time for self-care to recenter themselves, all of which contribute to healthier coping mechanisms. By promoting resilience, emotional intelligence helps individuals navigate difficult circumstances without becoming emotionally or mentally paralyzed by stress or hardship. Empathy and social connections. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the emotions of others, has a profound impact on mental health, particularly in terms of social support and interpersonal relationships. Goleman's research underscores that emotionally intelligent individuals are not only more attuned to their own emotions but are also better able to recognize and respond to the emotional needs of others. This ability to empathize fosters deeper, more supportive relationships, which in turn enhance emotional and mental well-being. For individuals experiencing mental health struggles, having empathetic friends, family members, or coworkers can make a world of difference. These relationships provide emotional validation, comfort, and support, which are crucial for coping with feelings of loneliness, sadness, or stress. Moreover, empathy contributes to a sense of belonging and connection, key factors in preventing isolation and promoting mental well-being. Leaders and caregivers who possess high empathy are particularly effective in supporting those who are struggling, offering understanding and compassion that can help ease mental health challenges. The role of motivation in mental health. Motivation is another key component of emotional intelligence that significantly influences mental health. Emotionally intelligent individuals are often intrinsically motivated, driven by a sense of purpose, passion, and personal fulfillment. This internal motivation is linked to greater emotional well-being because it fosters a sense of control and agency in one's life, which can help counter feelings of helplessness or hopelessness, often associated with depression. When individuals feel motivated to pursue meaningful goals, they are more likely to engage in activities that enhance their mental health, such as exercising, engaging in hobbies, or connecting with loved ones. On the other hand, a lack of motivation can contribute to feelings of apathy, disengagement, and isolation, which are common symptoms of depression and anxiety. Cultivating motivation, especially when coupled with other aspects of emotional intelligence, helps individuals maintain a positive outlook and a sense of direction, even in the face of challenges. Social skills and emotional support. Emotional intelligence also contributes to the development of strong social skills, which are essential for building and maintaining healthy relationships. People with high EI tend to be better communicators, listeners, and conflict resolvers, all of which are important for establishing supportive, meaningful connections with others. These social skills are essential for maintaining emotional support networks, which are a critical buffer against mental health problems. Strong relationships with friends, family, or colleagues can provide emotional validation, encouragement, and practical support during tough times. People with high emotional intelligence are more adept at fostering these relationships by demonstrating empathy, understanding, and effective communication. In turn, these emotional connections provide a sense of security and belonging, reducing the risk of mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. The link between EI and mental health treatment. Goleman's exploration of emotional intelligence also suggests that improving EI can be an effective component of mental health treatment. For individuals undergoing therapy or counseling, building emotional intelligence can complement traditional therapeutic approaches by helping them understand and manage their emotions more effectively. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, mindfulness practices, and emotional regulation techniques are all approaches that can improve emotional intelligence, helping individuals break free from negative thought patterns and emotional reactivity that contribute to mental health struggles. For example, learning to identify and challenge distorted thinking patterns, a common feature of CBT, can enhance self-awareness and self-regulation. Similarly, practicing mindfulness meditation can increase emotional awareness and empathy, leading to greater mental clarity and emotional balance. In conclusion, emotional intelligence offers a powerful framework for improving mental health. By enhancing self-awareness, emotional regulation, empathy, resilience, and social skills, individuals can significantly reduce the impact of stress, anxiety, and other mental health challenges. Goleman's research underscores the idea that emotional intelligence is not only important for personal and professional success but also essential for cultivating emotional well-being. As we continue to understand and develop emotional intelligence, we gain a valuable tool for fostering better mental health, both for ourselves and for those around us. In Emotional Intelligence, Daniel Goleman emphasizes that emotional intelligence, EI, is not something that we are born with, but rather a set of skills and competencies that can be developed throughout our lives. From childhood through adulthood, cultivating emotional intelligence is essential for personal growth, effective relationships, and overall well-being. Goleman highlights that EI can be nurtured in both children and adults, providing them with tools to better understand themselves, connect with others, and navigate the challenges of life. Let's explore how emotional intelligence can be fostered at different stages of life and the impact it has on overall success and happiness. Point 1. Emotional intelligence in children. The early years matter. Emotional intelligence development begins in early childhood, and Goleman stresses that the foundation for EI is built during this time. Parents, caregivers, and educators play a pivotal role in shaping a child's emotional world and helping them understand and manage their emotions. Self-awareness and naming emotions. For children, learning to identify and label their emotions is a crucial step toward developing emotional intelligence. Young children often feel intense emotions but lack the language to express what they are experiencing. By encouraging children to name their feelings, such as happy, sad, angry, or frustrated, adults can help them develop self-awareness and emotional literacy. This can be achieved through conversation, books, games, and emotional check-ins where children are prompted to reflect on how they feel at a given moment. Self-regulation and coping strategies. One of the earliest lessons in emotional intelligence for children is learning how to regulate their emotions, particularly when faced with frustration, disappointment, or anger. Adults can model healthy emotional regulation by showing children how to take deep breaths, use words to express their feelings, or take a break when they are overwhelmed. Simple activities like mindfulness exercises or practicing deep breathing can be taught at an early age, helping children develop the tools to manage strong emotions. These skills lay the groundwork for handling life's challenges in a more balanced and adaptive manner. Empathy and understanding others. Empathy, the ability to recognize and share the feelings of others, is a key part of emotional intelligence, and it can be cultivated from an early age. Children learn empathy by observing how their parents and teachers respond to the emotions of others and by being encouraged to consider how others feel. Role-playing, sharing stories about characters experiencing various emotions, or discussing how a peer might feel in a particular situation helps children understand different perspectives. Encouraging children to express concern for others, such as offering comfort or kindness, fosters emotional bonds and a sense of compassion. Social skills and positive interactions. Children develop social skills through everyday interactions with peers and adults. Emotional intelligence in this area involves learning how to share, take turns, resolve conflicts, and communicate effectively. Adults can support this by creating opportunities for children to engage in cooperative play, teamwork, and group activities, where they can practice navigating social situations, handling disagreements, and learning about personal boundaries. A child's ability to manage social dynamics contributes greatly to their future ability to build and sustain relationships throughout life. Point 2. Emotional intelligence in adults. Lifelong development. Although the foundation of emotional intelligence is set in childhood, it's never too late for adults to develop and enhance their EI. In fact, Goleman suggests that developing EI as an adult can be especially transformative, as it can positively impact both personal and professional success. Here are key strategies for building emotional intelligence in adults. Self-awareness and reflection. As adults, self-awareness is just as critical as it is in childhood, but it often requires more conscious effort. Busy adult lives can sometimes make it difficult to reflect on emotions, so intentional practices like journaling, therapy, or mindfulness can help individuals develop greater self-awareness. Adults can also cultivate self-awareness by seeking feedback from trusted colleagues, friends, or family members about how their emotions impact their behavior. For example, someone who notices they become irritable during stressful times can develop strategies to manage their stress and avoid letting it affect their interactions. Self-regulation and emotional control. Adults with high emotional intelligence are better able to regulate their emotions, especially when dealing with stress or conflict. This might mean pausing before responding to criticism, managing impulsive reactions, or practicing patience during difficult conversations. Adults can improve their emotional regulation by practicing mindfulness, using techniques like cognitive reframing, viewing a stressful situation from a different perspective, and learning to recognize and diffuse emotional triggers. Self-regulation is particularly important for professional success, as it helps individuals maintain composure in high-stakes situations and fosters trust among colleagues and leaders. Empathy and understanding complex emotions. For adults, empathy is essential not only in personal relationships but also in professional settings. Adults can enhance their empathy by actively listening to others, seeking to understand their feelings and perspectives, and offering emotional support when needed. Building empathy also involves being aware of the emotional dynamics in workplace interactions, where understanding team members' feelings can help with conflict resolution and collaboration. By practicing empathy, adults create stronger bonds with family members, friends, and coworkers, and foster environments of compassion and respect. social skills and communication. Effective communication and relationship management are central to emotional intelligence in adults. Goleman highlights that adults with strong social skills are better able to lead teams, build networks, and maintain positive relationships. Key social skills include the ability to listen actively, resolve conflicts amicably, provide constructive feedback, and motivate others. In the workplace, adults with high social skills can influence and inspire others, manage difficult conversations, and foster collaboration. Outside of work, strong social skills help individuals maintain healthy friendships and romantic relationships. Lifelong learning and EI development. Building emotional intelligence is a lifelong process. While certain aspects of EI, like self-awareness and empathy, may develop naturally over time, Goleman encourages adults to actively pursue opportunities for growth. This can include seeking out training or workshops on emotional intelligence, reading about EI-related topics, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in therapy or coaching. By consistently learning about and applying the principles of EI, adults can continue to refine their emotional intelligence and reap the benefits in their personal and professional lives. Point 3. Organizational impact of EI development for adults in the workplace. Fostering emotional intelligence is not only beneficial for individual well-being but also contributes to organizational success. Companies that invest in EI development often see improvements in leadership effectiveness, team collaboration, employee engagement, and conflict resolution. Training programs focused on emotional intelligence can help employees and leaders improve communication, manage stress, and enhance decision-making. Organizations that prioritize EI foster a more emotionally aware and supportive work culture, which in turn leads to greater productivity, satisfaction, and retention. Conclusion: the value of cultivating emotional intelligence. The ability to build emotional intelligence in both children and adults is a powerful tool for personal and professional development. For children, it provides the foundation for healthy emotional development, social relationships, and resilience in the face of life's challenges. For adults, emotional intelligence enhances communication, self-regulation, empathy, and leadership skills, leading to more fulfilling relationships and career success. Whether you're a parent, teacher, leader, or individual striving for personal growth, the development of emotional intelligence is a lifelong endeavor that offers profound rewards.